Welcome to our local news program. I'm Sarah Thompson. Our first story is a very likely one. It comes from the gym at Mountain View Elementary School, where the whole school celebrated in a fitness project.
These students at Mountain View Elementary are just a few of the 5 million kids across the country who took part in Project ACES. Meg Greiner, the PE teacher at Mountain View, explains the explosion of energy.
A national project called Project ACES, all children exercising simultaneously. And it's a program that's been going on for about 5 years now. And every year they do it in May on a Wednesday, and they do it for 10 to 15 minutes. And what it is they think that all across the nation that maybe 5 million or so children are all exercising at the same time. So it's a global awareness activity that's going on. And we do it every year as a whole school, where some schools make it be, partial. I like to have everybody do it because it's very important. It's a lot of fun to do with that big group. That's about the only activity we do whole-wide at school at one time. And, it's kind of fun to get all the kids together and build some community and show that, we are a part of the school, because fitness is fun, and so we try to work on having fun fitness activities to get them excited about it. I came up with the idea with the streamers. I think it adds, we do streamers a lot in class for different activities, and it's just a fun way to get them to exercise. It kind of tricks them into having a good time and thinking it's fun. Try to make it, a lot easier on. It's hard work, but if you make it fun, it's a lot easier, and the use of music really helps. We're working on towards total fitness with this group. A lot of good kids, and it was a good activity.
But all too soon, time is up and the students had to go back to their classrooms. But the idea of fitness goes along with them.
And so we participate to show them that, we're exercising, and then the teacher's taking in the classroom and trying to expand on it, saying, things are happening here, but also other places it's working here. And these children are all exercising at the same time. Fits right into our curriculum of fitness and global awareness and fitness for a lifetime. And so we participate every year and try to do different activities.
With creative ideas, exercise is fun and not something to avoid.
We can never say too much about the scenic beauty that surrounds us. We're very lucky to live in such a beautiful area. The majestic Mary's Peak is the most identifiable landmark in the Corvallis skyline. It's only a short drive away and a great destination for an afternoon outing.
If you're going to have 80,000 guests a year, you'd better give them something to do. Mary's Peak is a host that lives up to such a challenge. Named Chitimanui, or Mouse Mountain by the Native Americans, European settlers traveled through in the 1850s, Christianizing it with the name Mary's Peak. The site of the Corvallis watershed, Mary's Peak saw limited visitors up until the 1930s, when the Civilian Conservation Corps built a fire lookout. A road to the top was built and opened in 1941. Nowadays, people use the peak for hiking, biking, hunting, photography, road rallies, foot races, and stargazing. The wintertime sees a different breed of guest who primarily go to the peak to cross-country ski, snowshoe, sled, and inner tube. Visiting the peak creates scenic memories for out-of-town guests and local citizens who return again and again.
We moved out here in 1956, and we've been coming up to the peak for quite a few years. We've seen a lot of changes. One-way road coming up, and we would bring the kids and visitors from back east out, and we'd have enjoy picnics and On clear days, you can see quite a ways. It's just a fantastic view, and it's close, and it's fun time. They can come up, and in the wintertime, we bring the kids up and play in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, this is my first trip out, and Rodney and Shirley wanted to show us this area. And it's just a gorgeous, beautiful area. And I said, this is quite a mountain. And she said, oh, this is nothing, but it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, and we're enjoying it very much. I'm very appreciative of them bringing us up here and showing us this spot, because we don't have spots like this in Ohio. Not quite like this. Our scenery is a lot different.
a lot of people don't realize how nice it is up here, I don't think.
One of the upcoming events at Mary's Peak is a celebration of National Wildflower Week on Sunday, May 24th at 2 p.m. Phil Hayes of the Native Plant Society of Oregon will guide a hike through the scenic botanical area, beginning at the upper parking lot. From Mary's Peak, I'm Corey Bianchini. This is Of Community Interest.
On your way to Mary's Peak, you will probably drive through Philomath, a small but energetic town. The town is busy with several large civic improvements, including a new library, a major tree planting plan, a bridge, and a trail in a city park. But the most visible project is right along the highway on the east edge of town.
Philomath Chamber of Commerce is moving, but it's not hitting the road, it's hitting the tracks. For the first time since the Philomath Chamber of Commerce opened over 30 years ago, they have a permanent office, or should I say caboose. Thanks to Rick Franklin of Lebanon and a truck and crane, the Philomath Chamber of Commerce is moving to Highway 34. After July 1st, they should be open from 9 to 5 and on the weekends.
Well, the Chamber is it's a volunteer organization of businesses and individuals, and we promote the businesses in town, and we promote the overall feel and atmosphere of the city. We've been located upstairs in the Pacific First Bank. It's been a couple of different banks in the last couple of years, but when Pacific First Bank decided to close its office, we decided that we needed to look for a permanent home. And right now we are still using their building, but it started about 2 years ago, and they looked into mobile homes and they looked into the caboose, and the caboose seemed like the most original and funnest idea, so they went with the caboose.
Carol Stevie's love for trains may also have something to do with this move.
Yes, it'll be nice to have our own office and the visibility. Now a lot of people don't even know where we're located, so we will be, very visible. And I think the caboose is also a very unique thing. I think we're going to have a lot of visitors just stopping in to look at the caboose. So I expect Mary Ann's going to be very busy.
If you would like to volunteer to work on the caboose,
Just give the chamber office Mary Ann a call. We'll welcome anybody. And any donations that anyone has too.
the telephone number at the Chamber of Commerce is 929-2454. From the future home of the Philomath Chamber of Commerce, this is John Wright reporting for Of Community Interest.
The Corvallis Art Center holds many activities to bring art to the community and involve the community with art. The center has rotating art displays, items for sale, classes and demonstrations, and lectures on many subjects. The center considers it important to reach people of all ages, and a recent event by the center involved the youngest people in our community.
Creativity was the order of the day at the 5th Annual Imagination Day held in Central Park. 1,500 people, both large and small, enjoyed the wide range of activities sponsored by Corvallis Art Center. Saralynn Hilde, director of the Art Center, was one of the coordinators of the special day.
Imagination Day is a day to celebrate creativity, and the Corvallis Art Center has been putting on Imagination Day for about 5 years now. We do lots of hands-on events for kids, and there are lots of performances that also go on during the day. What we really try to do is just set the activities up so that there can be lots of creativity and flexibility, and so the kids have the opportunity to be able to manipulate the materials and do what it is that they would like to do. We've got crown making and collage making. There's a great rubber stamp activity. Birds, kids are making birds and really nice lawns. We also have preschool activities. Those are water tables, bubbles, and kids have the opportunity to be able to look in mirrors and then paint their own faces.
Even the smallest participants enjoyed lots of activities.
I'm doing well. I'm gonna do something to put something on there.
Show me what you did.
Well, I said that one right there. I'm sorry, this one was.
One of the main events of the day was the radio drama, performed live in Central Park. It was recorded and played over a local radio station the next day. The children were able to listen to what they had created.
We're pretty far from the wagons, and it'll be getting dark soon. Don't you think we should head back? Not until I've got some fresh meat for supper. Well, I was just thinking. Shh! Don't move! You hear that? No, I don't hear nothing. Listen, can't you hear it now? Oh, yeah. What is it? It's a wild turkey. Pretty close, too. Just around that boulder, maybe. Why is it making that noise? It's a hen. There must be a gobbler nearby. It's calling to it. Stay here and don't make a sound. I'll see if I can slip up on it. I got it, Willa! Come on!
And a special thing is happening this year. We've been involved with the university, and there are lots of sculptures that have been made by first-year sculpture students, and they were all made out of found objects. There's a fish, and there's a camel, and a wonderful buffalo, and there's a very charming rhinoceros. It's been really fun to watch the kids kind of walk by them all and get to look and be very surprised and really recognize what everything is.
But the main focus of the day was stretching the imagination of the children.
It's really great to get to see the little kids just creating all of these fantastic little pieces of artwork.
A lot of kids walked away today with things that they'd made with their imaginations. I walked away with a star. This is Heather Clark for Community Interest, KBVR-TV.
We hope you've enjoyed our stories. Next week, we will cover a children's introduction to Good Samaritan Hospital and take a trip to the opening of the Newport Aquarium. I'm Sarah Thompson, and this is Of Community Interest.